Aha, for real this time! Hello, YouTube! I am here. It has been a very long time since I've streamed over here as well. I kind of stopped streaming for like an entire year, and as you can see, I am new looking. I have a whole new model, a new vibe going on, and we are going to be working on a new model rig today. But when I came back to streaming, a lot of the computer-y technical things were not happy with me, and I decided to just stick with the Twitch side of things until I figured out if everything was going to work out well. So today is a test run. We might have some scuff. Things might start breaking down. I might start having more latency issues, because that's what was happening before, is just with Twitch alone, it was just giving me troubles. And I know I'm not supposed to... Yeah, I'm not supposed to say the names of the websites because everyone gets mad. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm a little baby streamer. No one knows I'm real. We have Rusty's on the bottom here. The purple site chat box can do exclamation point join and have little people down here. But yeah, let's just go ahead and hop over to new project because the screen's more fun. So over here we have new project. We have a green creature. I have a very blurry thumbnail that shows like the entire blurred version of outfit, but we are working on art meshing today. But this is our friend's new face. But I am working on art meshing parts of the eye. As you can see, we have a very long list of things. This model has... What does the model statistics currently say? It currently says I have 1,519 art meshes. So that is 1,519 layers that need art mesh from me. So, I'm not going top to bottom on... Ah, Carmine! Hello, green... Blue! Yes, yes. Our blue is looking very green. But Carmine, welcome in! But yeah, so there's a lot of layers to this, and as I go through, I'm going to be doing what I can to delete layers and replace them with the other side. Carmine. Because you threw things at me. I was saying, hi, Carmine, you threw things at me. Yeah, you did. You did things. Carmine redeemed Max bunks. Anyways. Proof! I can proof you. Okay, if the buttons would work. Button? No, I'm not trying to select an object over there. Proof. Where's Carmine? There. Proof! Alright, hold on, let's see. Okay, yes, good. Discord did show both websites going live, which is fun. Yes. There was something else I wanted to check real quick though. Hold on, what was it? Oh, right. I needed to grab YouTube chat because I normally... Yeah, give me the button. Okay, pop out the chat. Thank you. Okay, because so I don't have a combined chat situation to make this easier on my life. Which button was it? E? Nope, not that one. Wow. Ding? No. Ding. Also not that one. Okay, but I can, Windows Control T. Okay, I had one of these wrong. Windows Control T. There we go. Because I have a button so that I can make the make a window on top. Stay on top. So I do that to the loose YouTube chat. There we go. We're getting things figured out. We're doing it. Okay, I am figuring it out. It's been a minute since I've done both sites at the same time. And it looks like nothing's trying to break on me, and that's the important part. Okay. Anyways, right. So, very large model. going to be working on starting in the eyes, which I had. Hello, why is hide selection on? I'm trying to turn that off. Little wave. That's a cute little emote. Yeah, I need to either remake my Elo emote or maybe get something that has like a wave like that or something. Alright. Okay, so you can see things. Oh, I can see things. Right, so I was trying to unhide things because I would like to see what I'm selecting. So I'd started in the lashes. I think I'd finished doing the lashes. Yes, okay. So then Iris and Iris Evil. This Evil was easier to register than just being red. Looks like it's shifting, but I know that it's not because I checked. Just the way the color looks. But if I remember correctly, yes, it was these things that have an E are the unique things to the evil one. So those ones I have to keep separate. Okay. Hold on. I think that's what we're gonna do. Do I actually have... Okay, I have Iris and Iris Evil as two separate things, huh? And then I have those guys as well. Okay, so we're gonna need to sort this differently. So we're going to move everything that's currently in Iris just into the overarching Iris. We're gonna delete Iris Evil. As everything else is going to get put together. Well, I want to do it that way. Yeah, most likely I do. Okay. Iris. I'm going to call it Iris Org in this instance, because it is just kind of an organizational thing. I don't really want to do it that way though, because I do need... And this is annoying. Hold on. Okay, we will leave it separated the way it was. Put it back that way. Put everyone back in the other one. Thank you. Woo! Celestial got the first. Hehe. Yes, I did finally add that. Alright, because yeah, generally speaking, I'm gonna want most motion to come from the overarching Iris thing. But like, there's certain points that don't need to be duplicated between. So I didn't want to have to do twice. So I did a lot of initial organization of this model, but a lot of it is not going to be anywhere near what it's going to be at the end. Because like the hair is not organized in the slightest, but like the arms, I've got literally like things that are, this is literally the left arm is going to be thrown away later. This gets deleted because the other arm comes crossed. Things like that. But they're just there so I have a reference for making sure things line up properly when I go to do that copy flip. But obviously you can't see that right now. And all sorts of other stuff. Well, let's see, this is the regular Iris. So we're gonna go through the regular Iris first, and then we'll go through Iris Evil and do its E's. And then I also have in the other eye, the left eye, I have a couple layers. I was like, hey, these are the unique things. Yeah, because if I go into that, I can see these are the bits that were unique to the left eye. because their locations are different. And then this was temp, because like this whole eyeball is going to get deleted eventually. Including the skins. Because we have in our right eyeball, in iris, I have both colors in there. That way I can copy paste this entire eyeball, flip it over, and just delete the layer that I don't need. But the other eyeball, this one, has more differences than just the iris, so dealing with both of those at the same time is going to be a time. Especially because I think what I'm going to do, a lot of the times I do the rigging of physics for the eye parts on the art mesh itself. So giving more things to formers for organization is probably what I'm going to have to do here. But that's still kind of annoying. All right, let's just go art meshing. I prefer a model image version, and then this guy. I'm just gonna. No, I'm not trying to cancel. Yeah, so we just art meshing today. Ding. Don't want to get too close because I'm not sure how much of that is blurred out, because you can see, like, you know, we have a bit of a blur, and if the program thinks it's going out that far, I want to agree with it, you know? And I've actually had before, if I got too close to like the corner on here, it actually did cut off the texture of whatever I was working with. Speaking work for you. I go in solo mode, I can see, yeah, it doesn't look like it's cutting off the edge of that at all. Next. Ding. Ding. No, actually, cancel that one. Yep. Start again. If I do mirror mode, make the position under the selected vertices. Oh, well, I guess I have to select them first, don't I? Why are you not scrolling enough to let me see the things I'm trying to see? I keep thinking of the other menu, that's why. Okay, but if I do that, then I can just easily kind of go bing. That can be centered. That can go there. And when I grab this, it will consider the other corner. Maybe something like that. Also easily bing, that is the center. Because yeah, the original box, you can see that some of this went outside of that, and yet for some reason it was just like, no, I'm gonna cut that off. There. Now I know that it is round. Going to solo. How's this one doing? Yeah, this one's being an additive layer. That's why it looks so funny here. Get rid of that. I can... So now it can look slightly different if it needs to. Alright, next. This one. And if I want to keep using the mirror thing, I will select those first. Center the selected vertices. I have to be very careful with mirror mode on this particular model, because the center is not the center of the canvas in the slightest. We are a very asymmetrical model. Ding. Go. Solo. That's correct. Next, what is this? Really? Okay. Really? Got little starry highlight in there. Oh, Iris Evil is still on. That would help as well, because then I can turn that off and actually see it better. Let's say it's an added layer. Yes, my morning was a time because Doggo was having a time. Generally, not a fan. But he has finally calmed down enough that we are here. So we are trying to be here. I'm hoping tomorrow I can start earlier, because like I wanted to start early today, man. I really did. I did not want to be as late as I was. But alas, the doggo was just like, nah, I'm gonna be a problem. And I really hope that he won't do that tomorrow, because I would like to spend more time on stream tomorrow. Go away. Okay, well, it's this one. Little guy down here. So, generally not the most entertaining of things to do, but there are so many layers. I want to try to get through the head, at least, before I start trying to rig any actual motion on anything, like the entire head. Not the hair, just the head. I'll go back to work now, but they'll survive if I extend my dinner break a little longer.
Hi,
Hi! How are you doing? Making use of Bun Bun. But how you doing, I? Welcome in. I am rigging highlights of an eyeball at the moment. I am art meshing them. I'm not doing any real actual like motion rigging today, because as I was just saying, I'm trying to get the majority of I want to get all of the head art meshed. Did I just drag some away? Okay. I want to get all of the head art meshed before I start making anything move, because there's a lot of layers in this, and then like continue working on art mesh until all the art mesh is done. So probably after the head is done with art meshing, I can probably start trying to rig it on stream. I'm really afraid that we're going to hit a point that the model and streaming are not going to work together anymore. It happened with profs that like somewhere around head angles, I stopped streaming because my computer started not handling it very well. It is indeed. Again, the computer and this not getting along though is one reason why I only have the head showing right now. In Live 2D there are options. I don't know, yeah, that doesn't show up, but if I click on show, there's an option for display model quality. Right now I have it on full scale while I'm art meshing, because then I can see the details that I am meshing. However, when I actually go to start rigging this, I'm going to be changing that to a quarter, or a half scale, so that way it's less work on the computer. But I definitely need it to be on while I'm doing the art meshing to be on full scale. But yeah, it is indeed a blue. Oh, I forgot to put the words back on, didn't I? Hold on. Studio mode. This. Where'd it go? I forgot to put the Live 2D window stuff back on. So you weren't going to see my extra windows anyway. There you go. But also my credits. I try to keep my credits up there. I'm glad that you like the spin. Please. I also really like the spin. I was very happy when I came across that particular listing on VGen, because I had looked at a lot of different potential brain spin emotes, but a lot of them just were either like not detailed enough or super simple, or like not even like the right kind of motion that I was going for a spin, and I was like, I don't like most of these. But I found this person, which they are in my credits, Run Shiro. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I don't know if they pronounce it differently, but that's how it looks to me, so that's how I've been saying it. But they got me my emote, and it looks good. And like, I'm surprised at the amount of detail that they did actually manage to get into it. I was expecting like more details to be like lost to it, because like it is just a little emote. Alright, highlight eye texture. This... What do I want to do with this? So if I do... Maybe I can do something in the center here. And then connect those, and then 4 division it. No, because that ends up more blocky. I don't want it to be blocky. Okay, so what if... This... This... I'm gonna make it look better in a minute. I want it to look like... Ding, ding, ding. So to look properly shaped. Feel kind of correct now. Come on. Right click and drag with shift. And then we 4 division. And we delete the excess. Think that should get edges. Oh, not like that. Ding. That. Give me that. A well enough bendy. When you have something that takes up like a weird amount of space, especially with the amount of opacity, Vbridger tutorials suggestion to do this is something that I was like, yes, I agree. Also, finish those out. It's driving me a little crazy. Very well, welcome in. You see us work on the farm. It's join for the farm. Visits for the restaurant. I think I might be able to change the word. Maybe I should do that. Yeah. I think the full-size version of the spin, it's like just under like 500 pixels wide. It was like 440-ish or 480 in one direction and like 440 in the other or something like that. But you have to make sure you properly scale it down as well, and then as it scales down, it'll get smaller. So anytime you're working on like emote art, you have to like regularly be scrolling in and out to make sure you are seeing what it's going to look like when it's small. Because that's the other thing, like my LO emote, I had to like, I think I made my emotes at like 500 by 500. Because they will scale down better than like, if you try to just draw it small, it doesn't look great. But if you scale it down, it'll look a lot better in the long run. Do I try to figure out the best way to mesh this one? I don't want mirror edit on this because this is not of that shape. Kind of want to just do this kind of situation. You're gonna be the bigger side. Be made tiny. Density needs to be higher. Go this way. This way. I think I will manually drag those points in here a bit more because it needed to go about this way because there. That's done, and then manually just grab some points. I don't think I really need to shift the individual sections of this very much, so I think this will be fine to just treat it like one big line kind of highlight situation. want this to go too close because we've got like a little bit of a hazy coloring going on. Just want to make sure I don't cut off any of that low opacity sections. And this back here might need to come out a little further. I think that's good. We can check it, make sure it doesn't look like anything's getting cut off. And then I've got, you'll see this little art mesh resetter button I have here. That is literally so that I can like just take the piece that I'm working on, connect it to this real quick and be like, do you wiggle the way that I want you to wiggle if I'm trying to wiggle you around? And then I can undo my wiggles afterwards. Easily. And then I can do that and then turn it off. What is currently still selected in that though? Ah, the end lash was in there. Yeah, because I was testing closing it, and I apparently didn't remove that afterwards. Okay. Alright, so we just did that guy. Now we need eye jelly. Eye jelly. Look at this little gelatinous blob. Alright. Mirror edit. Hello. Mirror edit. Open the window. Center vertices. Thank you. The return clock can work again. We'll listen as per usual. Hope work treats you well. Appreciate the lurks. Do this. I'm mostly doing this so I can make sure I've got equal distance of things. I think I'm gonna want more points for this one instead of being an oval. Now I can still keep this. I'm gonna have to turn it off now. I have to yeah, I'm holding the shift button so that I can drag things in straight lines. This doesn't need to be held in a straight line. I think. No. I like the straight lines. This feels like there's more haze coming out of it and it's letting on. I cannot zoom in any further and I keep trying to. Like, this is a very tiny detail in the eyeball. I don't know why I think I need to get in closer, but I don't. And then you kind of want the inside of this to be meshed a little more. That way I can make this area shrink. Come on. Let me click in between these. Okay, let's make it bigger and then we can drag it. That's something that really annoys me, is that like it tries to snap a little too hard to things sometimes, and it can make it really difficult to try to drop a point where I actually want the point to go on these. So then like I have to make it longer just so that way it'll realize. There's way more points than I'd want to use on this, but reasoning is so that I can do... Oh, actually, hold on. Are you the thing I'm thinking you are? I've messed with this yet. It is! It is the thing I was thinking it was. Oh, undo that. Because this will let me blow things up. Like that's a... And by putting that in the center, I can make the thing move a lot better. Ah, neat. Oh, I guess it only goes for expansion. Kind of wish it would also do the reverse. Can I do the reverse if I like shift or something? It does! Ha! Ha! I just needed no buttons. Oh, welcome in! Excuse me. How are you doing? I really need to remake that Elo. Because I love the Elo emote, which is why I didn't make it go away. But like, it needs to be updated. We need to be new me. We need to be new me. For anyone who wasn't watching Prof's stream yesterday and wasn't here Friday, my birthday is tomorrow, and Prof kept going on about it yesterday, and I was getting very annoyed because I stopped mentioning it. But just a heads up. I'm not planning anything, etc. But, you know, just that is a thing. That is tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, and then yes. This one I think is essentially the same. It's just in a different spot. I flipped that, you've gone somewhere. Okay, just do that. I gotta just go grab it. I think they're the same shape. They're just located slightly differently. Might have been stretched a little bit. Like, it's generally the same shape. Okay, I can go like this, just for a rough draft starting. Hello. I would like you to stop having everything selected so I can move the points individually. Thank you now. Goodness. Because yeah, I'm fairly certain it was just the same thing, but just dragged, you know, copy flipped it. Or maybe it was a, you know, not and it was a different one, but they were just so similarly shaped it works. Okay, yeah, this needs to go out further because that's got a glow out there. Yeah, so anything that I can copy and flip over, I need to do that with in this model so that we can reduce the texture atlas as much as possible. Which is part of why, even in the eyeball, I'm like, anything that I can duplicate between them, I'm going to want to duplicate. And just like save. Because yeah, I think I'm going to end up putting a bunch of those things in folders together. Like, I know the eye jellies were different, so I might just put all the eye jellies in a deformer together. Because the other thing is I have to have opacity in there. And I don't like putting opacity directly on art meshes, because then if you try to rig anything in the art mesh itself, you can get some weirdness. So I like to put opacity on deformers. But then you have to make sure that your opacity deformer is just as dense as anything that goes above it. So then normally it's best to put it at the top, but if like it's a part inside of an eyeball, there's a lot of deformers going above that. So at that point I'm like, I want it at the bottom and dense as possible from the get-go. There's all sorts of like little things that can just add up to being a nuisance in rigging. And it's fun to know that, like, I know so many of these random things now. That, like, I can think about these in advance now. Because, like, you know, obviously there was a time that I didn't know most of this nonsense. That wasn't something I would have been able to think about. Oh. You have a funky bubble in this. I do something with the funky bubbles. I think the funky bubbles are just gonna have to react to how they are in there. I think if I try to do anything more direct to shape that bubble, it's just going to be too cluttered, and it's not going to actually help affect it. And also, again, it's like, I think it's an add layer. It's not, it's visible, don't get me wrong, but like, it's so small. It's such a small detail. And this is something where I've got to make sure I'm not overdoing it on our polygons and such, because again, we're trying to make this very heavy model as light as we can. Which is part of why, again, I'm probably only going to work on art meshing on stream today, maybe tomorrow, depends on how much of it I get done today. If I get the entire head meshed, which is not happening today, it's already 1 o'clock, but if like between stream and off stream I get the entire head meshed, maybe we start on the eyeball rigging tomorrow. But assuming not, this one is... I'm just gonna go ahead. I feel like it should normally have this additional amount of points. I'm doing something around. Brain, yeah. So after I get at least the head meshed, I will probably... Oh, that doesn't have a point there. We need to have... start working on the eyes on stream, but I'm probably going to keep working on art mesh in my own time consistently, because again, there's like 1,500 layers that I need to art mesh, so I need to work on that slowly but surely, because if I just like wait until every time I get to something, I'm just going to be really annoyed as well. The other thing is with the art meshing, I also need to, once all of the art meshing is done, make the texture atlas, and the texture atlas is going to be pretty difficult. Where is the other accent thing? I'm gonna copy you. Which, yeah, if you're trying to copy the mesh of something, you don't actually have to open it. You can just copy the layer and then it'll give it to you. And I can just take this to use. Yeah, that did come out as a pretty good shape. So take this, Alt Shift, and make you a little smaller. Like this. Alt Shift. That'll work. Just here. Delete. Grab these guys. And shift. I just wanted to go straight up. Why did it do that? Straight up. Go. E. And then there seems to be a random point out here. That can go away. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna start with that, because that does look more lined, but it's combined with this layer, which is a bit more not. You know what I mean? Which will be again, because these are about the same size. Just drag you down, drag you over a bit, and then that point there seems to be. So again, delete, shift, drag. Okay. So now if I take these two layers together, they do kind of move together. Art mesh this. Because yeah, since that those lights are so intertwined, I feel like it would be best to try to move them as if they're together. So I think, yeah, for those two, this triangular shape situation is good. The other thing is like, yeah, because as long as I can move those pointy ends, Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-V, yep. As long as I can move the points well enough to kind of give like a fluttery vibe, that's all that really matters for those. So that we can solo that. And I will get into this at some point, I think, because like, let's see. Selection. These are super top lights. That is in the bubble, that is below it. It's like in the iris. Not necessarily want to grab those highlights together because like this highlight is going in with the pupil line. Ugh. So much stuff in this eyeball. So that's pupil's highlight, and then that is the pupil itself. Pupil dark, and then pupil. I take all of those together. Maybe I should just art mesh those together. Oh, let me that way, the other way. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. I'm like, I know there's a way that I can do this and actually see all of it. Oh, hold on. I want center of just the big one. Yeah. What are you doing? I'm just erasing this one point. Why did you erase that point? What are you doing? Is it the mirror edit? I think it was the mirror edit. Go. I can at least center this outer edge first. I am sorry for the overloads. I'm just essentially like muttering to myself about what to do because there's just a lot in this model and I'm just like, ooh, okay, where am I going with this? How are we dealing with all of these layers? There's so much eyeball layer, and I'm just like, what do we do with all this eyeball? Okay, I'll do another one there. Yeah, there's 3 layers here in this little pupil thing, so I want to keep them together. So if I mesh them with the same mesh for all of them, they will move together very well. That's why I've grabbed them this way. However, the other layers inside of it are not as centered. No, I do not have this many layers in your eyes. Please don't. Do you see the number of layers in the eyes? Hold on. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment. What do you mean? It's enclosed. It is enclosed. What are you talking about? Fine, whatever. I'm just gonna copy that real quick and then we can just leave. And yes, you can discard the changes. Think of all the fun I'll have. I don't wanna. Also, do you know how many... You need a simplified version for everywhere else if that's something you're going to do. Like, if you want, like, a complicated eyeball... Well, that's the other thing. Like, you have, like, a void of an eyeball. The rest of your eyeballs don't need to be that complicated, because that's just going to be way too much everywhere. Because, like, listen, okay? This folder here is just this top lash. And not even the full thing, right? Because, like, as you saw... There's this behind bit as well, right? And that is lashes down here, the shadow of it, and then a little line that's on the base of that thing, okay? And then you have this little lash, and then you have this lash, then this little guy, and then the main thing, right, as you expect, and then the end, okay? So there's that. Okay, we're going to ignore Iris Evil. 1 highlight, 2 highlight, 3 highlight, little tiny pupil highlight. Another highlight that's just like hidden in here, and then next one is the little one below that, and then eye texture. This is this little glittery bobber. It's part of that glittery bobber. And then this line. Also, yes, it's a very pretty eyeball. I'm just like, oh god, the layers. We got the little jellies. We've got this big blue light. It's just vibing. The big blue light of vibes. Yeah, it's just adding more highlight, more glitter vibes in that area. And then we've got those. And then here's the pupil we were just working on. And then, oh, the pupil has the shadow behind it. Okay. So it's got 2 shadows going with the pupil. Okay, and then more glitter. And then you have the actual iris. We've got both irises because we have left and right. If you wanted all the eyeballs to be super complicated, like, you could be more complicated than what your previous model was for sure. That ain't an eyeball, that's Italian. This entire model is an onion, okay? There is 1,500 layers into this model. And that's for just one outfit, okay? There's technically a second outfit. Okay, so that's just the stuff in front and the iris, right? Then we have the sclera, which actually does have more stuff on it. It's not just the eyeball whites. We have some shadows, which obviously they look kind of messy. Like that one looks kind of messy because it's just kind of doing like an outer edge thing. It's clipped on there, so it looks fine. This one, which would have to move with the upper brow to some extent. Got this inner bit of thing. We also have a light that's down here. It's just kind of making the coloring, the shading on that, okay? And then eye skin folder here, okay? You see all this? This is this little shine guy up here. So this guy's cool. I'm actually happy about this guy. So when the eyeball closes, I can make this stretch a little bit. It'll look better when it's actually meshed properly. So that when the eyes close, you'll have like a little bit more of that. It doesn't have to be that big, but just like an example of that. So that guy's cool. And then this is like the shine part on the lid itself, connecting those two things. This is that little line right there. It's the darker part of that line. And then this is another little highlight guy on there. And then that is that, look here, we get rid of this. It's a little easier to see. Ding. Like this is the under part of the brow that kind of just is going to end up moving with it. Eyeliner, not eye shade. Read YouTube chat. It's over here. Hey, hello. I sees you. I'm sorry. I moved the box too far away. I'm not used to having YouTube open at the same time still. Sorry. But hello YouTube. Welcome in. Yeah. Chunk does very detailed art, and it is glorious, but it is definitely a lot to mesh. And if someone had a model with like, 20 to more, my little model, I don't remember offhand. I think it was less than 200. I'd have to double check. But I'm mildly afraid to try to open the file right now. Is not my art. I am doing the rigging. My model was made by Eruchu, and the model that I'm rigging was made by Chunkiest. Yeah, I think mine was somewhere around 180 in files, but I don't fully remember. It could have... I feel like 200 is probably about the range for mine. Brain. But yeah, there's so much to these eyes. Got all this stuff for under the eyeball as well to make, all that. There's so much. And we're just in the iris still. All right, pupil. I was working on this because the shadow behind it doesn't need to be in sync, but like these various layers were together. I think it's because I was doing them together that it gave me. You mean only one copy of the art mesh? It was just one copy of the art mesh. Of course you want to be a butt. Discard that. But yeah. Yeah, I would not recommend a bajillion layers for all of your eyeballs. Especially because I guess the eyeballs that aren't on your face would be the more detailed ones, huh? So you won't have like a regular iris. That top, bottom, and then I did put one here, one there. I need a couple along the sides. I do. Neat. I'm gonna mesh this one first. I'm gonna mesh each of them. guess just like this. You know what? I guess it's fine. We'll just mesh them like this. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you didn't need them. So that means like your more detailed eyes are elsewhere, which is kind of amusing. I will say though, assuming that, you know, that happens one day and it's something that I rig, I'm probably going to have to make a toggle thing just for while I'm rigging it to turn off all of the excess eyes. They're fine if I'm not having to look at them for too long, you know, and if I can like focus on other things. But if I'm just staring at it, it just eventually kind of just like too many eyes, too many eyes. Just 2 random eyes on my model are going to be comedically more detailed than the rest. Piece of nugget ice. Does that mean a frozen chicken nugget or just like a nugget of ice? What does this mean? Purple site is going to have ads in about a minute. Yes, I'm also on YouTube today. I'm on 2 sites today. Nugget of ice, mini piece of ice. Ah. Alright, I think I do want to do this. Shift. No, I wanted a copy. A copy? And the copy's gonna shrink in here, thank you. Because I feel like it will help me have a little more control of this thing if we do something like this. But it also feels like it might be a waste of polygons, but I think because it's the pupil, it's gonna be worth it. I think. Okay. Now, with that, I'm going to copy all of that. Next, pupil dark. Erase that, put this in here. Move you. This will work for this, so we can get rid of a little bit at the bottom here because it fades out, so I can do that. Okay, and then this one, yeah, this one's more full shaped, so we're going to keep our original copy paste of that. And turn off the mirror edit so it doesn't mess anything up. Alt shift. Shift. There we go. Make you a little wider there, I think. There we go. Concerned about your PC being able to run your model again, because you know when you do get a live 2D model again, it's going to be one of them fancy mortgage type of models. Yeah. I believe Blue is going to be looking into doing some computer upgrades because this is going to be a time. The other thing is something I'm going to do. I have to be super careful about organizing the texture atlas because something I'm going to do is I'm going to export the model in multiple ways. I'm going to export it as well where like it's as if it's just a waist up model and be deleting everything from the legs down, potentially the hips waist area as well, depending on where the cutoff is in between those layers. Just so that way can run a little easier with having less layers and less warps going on when not needing the full size thing. But that will have its own complications, like I said, with having to super organize the deformers, our textures, I mean. So this, we can probably skip a little bit like that. Oh, drag. And this one, as you can see, we've got like that darker edging to this. So having this with the extra internal bit's probably good. Really a good move on my part. I don't want to make it. We're going to stretch a little bit so that the inner part fits better. And I'm gonna use lasso and grab the outer bits only. Then readjust them. Yeah. Ding. There you go. And then I'm gonna copy that shape. The other people's shadow might be similar to that. Wait, hold on. The people's shadow here, I think looks similar to people dark, or is it just the regular people? We'll just copy that one again. Bing! Thank you for joining the farm. Boop. Cheers. After I get this one dealt with, we can, whoop. It got confused because I let go of the button partway through. Yeah. Move you up a little bit and squish. There we go. Bing. Okay, so all of those layers together are the pupil org. Because then all of those, I also have to get the other version into as well. Okay, and then yeah, as I was saying before, you guys are kind of like, let's see, upper lid lights org. These ones are kind of like all the things that are at the top here. That one's on the eye surface. This one's like in the iris. Oh, where'd that one light go? This one? Yeah. Go to select for movement, pupil org. You can go in here, because that's something that should move with the pupil as it moves. Yeah, because that light is definitely on there. Alright, the ad break is over. Has been for a moment. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. And real quick, since people were joining the farm. Let's get the farm a little bigger for a moment. And look, we got a new food. Radish. Apparently we still need more purple onion going on. Broccoli looks like it's almost done with the broccolis. No! Shush! Shush, Crow! Shush! I did mention it earlier, but shush! Tomorrow is not my birthday. I'm totally not aging tomorrow. I don't know what you're talking about. You're currently green. If you exclamation point a color, you can probably change that. I don't know if you'd want to be red. I feel like red's a color of yours. I don't know if black is an option. Anyway, so new plant. Thank you, I. Birthdays are not are real. Oh, you would just do exclamation point, and then the word. It's like exclamation. Should be black. Let's see. This button. Documentation. Ding. Okay. Commands. Let's see. The color options are pink, blue, green, orange, red, purple, gray, gold. Gold looks like it's only for subs, apparently. Didn't know that was a thing. There's something important over here? No, there's not. Okay. Win Control T. Gotta remember that. Probably actually not close that out just in case. Ba-ba-ba. Is that okay up there? Okay. Stream health. Looks like that's doing good. Okay. double checking that everything's working well, because like I said before, I haven't been dual streaming because I was having technical issues with it before. Why is that stuck on the screen? I might have to get rid of those. I don't want to, though. I'm gonna at least just turn off the create warp deformer button, because for some reason that one seems to be the one that gets stuck on the screen. Where did I go? There you are. You're over here. There you are, being pink. Alright, so I was trying to figure out potentially more fields, or changing out a field to be our new plant. Because I think our current broccolis, when they're done, should be good. So we're going to go to here and remove that broccoli sign, and we're going to put down this, because when these broccolis are done cooking up, it should be good on that front. And then we'll have our next thing going. Any other things growing that we don't need any more of? Are we good on the red chili peppers? Yeah, it looks like the red chili peppers are also good at this point. So we can turn that sign off. Ooh, twins. Feeling bonita. Hee. Alright. The spinach is done. Did the audio cut? I'm having audio. I am seeing bars of green. Did you hit the M button? Did you hit M while in the player and just like, yes, mute. Alright, I think for now we can put the farm away. Farm go tiny. Oh, actually, before farm go tiny, let's see what we got here. These are all green, therefore they are all terrible. Reroll. All of those are terrible. So while we're at it, did I finish expanding out this way? I did not. We convert some of these guys. Should be able to bulldoze that stuff. And then also, we should definitely be able to make our next set of bushes. So I was gonna put those down here. That's right. That's right. Okay. And then back over here. This is where most of the actual work is being done. We can see all of our little helpers. Oh, move it over here. Here we go. Easy. I try to keep that. Oop, audio returns. Did you press MI? Is that what happened? Did you hit a button? Okay, so now we got all of the pupil is in a thing, and then I have the upper lid highlights in a thing, and that's because this is going to move with the upper lid most likely. So as it blinks, this will come down, because like it's the lashes. It's imaginary lashes. Say imaginary because like we do have some lashes, but they're not shaped like that. Oh, headphones are an odd thing. Yes, it is a blue or borissaurus on the YouTubes. Because that's where they actually stream. Okay. But yeah, so those are together, those are together. I'll adjust the size of things later. Why does it act like this is in Iris Evil? Oh, Iris Evil is inside of this thing. Okay, that's why. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, the iris back to this also needs to be together. It's fine. Hold on. Let's just go back to what we were doing. Okay, we have some random highlight glitter, which goes on the iris. Okay, so that I will probably keep in the iris. Where is something that we put triangles on? Where's the big one that we put triangles on first? And eye texture guy? That one. Copy. Then go to this glitter. Bing. Bing. I see. Hold on, we're gonna cancel that. Let's go back to that real quick. It's, this one. I kept wondering why we had these extra points, because it literally just did that for funsies. And we don't need those points there. So let's fix that there before I go back to this. Bing. Bing. Take this. Go like this, I think. Yeah, like, figuring out exactly where the edge of this glitter is not something I'm going to manually do. We'll just do like this and call it a day. Alright. And then yeah, I'm gonna probably put all of those together. Alright, so this is going to need more work. It's not even round. Not even round. Okay. Well, we'll use mirror edit for a second. But I can more easily make points around the outside of it. But at least start off kind of even-ish. I feel like the center's almost kind of even. No, it's off too. Okay. So I turn off the mirror editing now. Let's put even more points on the outside because this is so oddly shaped. I'm gonna need them. Again, eyeball is gorgeous. It's just gonna be a lot of work. I am not truly complaining. Or again, it is pretty. It's just lots of work. Because there's a lot of things that I'm excited to work on in this model. But at the same time, they are going to be a lot of work. And so it's just like, oh boy, that's something I'm going to have to do eventually. Ha ha ha. But like anything, you know, you just one step at a time. We'll get there. Okay. So, as you can see on the other side, oh, it's cutting in. So I'll have to fix that in a minute. We can at least start this more symmetrical attempt. Oh, hello. Why are you growling? Don't do that. One moment. I'm back. Doggo needed attention for a moment. I think Doggo should be okay now. Ah, another Doggo just sat on my feet. Okay, now we turn off mirror editing. Adjust this a little more directly on both sides. No, Gwenny. We just had this conversation. You need to not be doing that. No, guys. maybe now she's calmed down. Sure. That would be neat. And yes, that sure was to you, Grey Wolf. I realize I did not say more words than that. To make it clear that yes, I was in fact referring to you. Woo! Yeah, I think I actually need to... That is... There's some kind of speck coming out over here. I don't know why. You see the speck, yes? And while I doubt the speck is really necessary, it's there. Okay, well, let me see if that speck... Yeah, that speck is noticeable. Okay. I doubt it's super intentional, but you know, it's there. Whatever. If I cut it off, it becomes more apparent if you cut it off. So cutting it off is probably a bad idea. Well, you know what? Let's put it back and cut it off and see what happens. Yeah, I can see like this really harsh line. I'd rather not do that. So we'll do, because I want it to stay close there. I'm just going to do this. I'm sure Hubs would be fine with it too, though. Just try to get the spacing a little more even on this, because I had to add a couple more points. Since this went out further, it not go as well. Okay, then with that, I want to kind of do points along the inside that line up with my outer side as well. Ding. Go like here, here, here. Bing. Here between those two. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, this should be about more about the outer edge, because I'm going to do another layer further in, I think. Well, maybe just do all the way out here. Yeah, let's do like that, I think. It's up here. It's kind of like a spot to differentiate at. Because then that'll split the darker outer edge, and then I'll do one in the center. Because I don't want to go, again, too heavy on my meshing. But there's a lot of detail in here. And in short, things in the head are where we're going to spend the majority of our points. Because the more triangles you have, the more complicated stuff gets. Don't want that. And you can help it. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Woo! Auto shoutouts and grays now. this out this way. It's more in line with the outer dark parts. Doesn't feel very rounded, so I'm just making it feel rounder. Inside of that, I want to just do a loosey-goosey circle in here. And then this does kind of have a split here, so we can do it like that as well. And we got kind of circly shape here. Picture there. Rearrange you to look a little more rounded out. Like, most likely, I'm not gonna edit this in the art mesh in such a way that this is gonna become super necessary. But who knows? I might very well be like, let's do some physics in here. A bit more. Or some more detailed reshaping for the eyeball angles. Maybe I'll actually end up needing, you know, this to let me pull that portion back a little more. Okay. Take that. We're gonna copy it. Other eyeball. Other eyeball is over there. This is correct. Control V. Mirror edit. Where's my little notepad? The middle of this model is 991.5. I then flip you. You do not follow that. Okay. Control Z, can I paste you and get that? No. What is the best way to deal with this? Well, I guess we'll just, hello. Why are you doing all that? Let's give you this one. What? Oh. Because it's mirror editing. That's why. Why is it dragging the other side? Because of the mirror edit? Do we? Yeah. It'll just have to be done to the best of its ability here. And that looks about right. This one being lighter coloring is a little easier to actually see those differences. Down here. Now. Oh, whoops. You ended up with both sides happening. Delete. Yeah, they're practically on top of each other. Like, yeah, you're not even, there's like maybe half pixel difference. Cool beans. Okay, the right is the one that's actually already on this side. So we'll go to this iris back. Peek. We do this. This should fit completely outside of it. Almost. And I'll shift it slightly because this is a slightly bigger layer underneath of it for that edge highlight that's happening. I'll just go like that should do, but then we can erase the center stuff in this one. Like these details aren't gonna matter for this one. And doesn't need that. That should do that. Robin, thank you for the work lurk. Double work lurk. He's in both the chats. Which, yeah, once I'm sure that dual streaming isn't gonna break things, I'll probably try to set more stuff up for the red site side of things. Because, like, right now, the stream chat is just purple site that shows up. And that is something that I would like to fix in the future. But if things are going to break on me, there's not much point in me doing that right now, you know? Okay, so this will be the iris org for right now. Iris, and then let's see. That's gonna be that, I think. Sparkle should go in the pupil. Or do I just do these differently later? I will just worry about all of those later. I can just copy paste motion from the pupil later, make it its own thing, and put those things in there, because I've got different stuff. Thank you for the early happy birthday! Arguably, it's my birthday in Australia already, so it's just happy Australian birthday. Because our friend Bullfrog is in Australia and has is playing Tomodachi Life, and I had them create a me of me on there, and it was telling them it was my birthday because they also have their game time set forward a little bit because like they play in the middle of the night for them, so they have it set a little forward so it thinks it's daytime, and they're like, happy birthday, and I was like, not just yet, that's tomorrow, and they were like, oh well, tomorrow is in 4 minutes for me, so and then 4 minutes later, happy birthday. But thank you. All right. So I was trying to organize things a little bit, and then I got a little sidetracked by other things. What is... Oh, all of that's still set up there, isn't it? Okay. So that's also going to need to get moved to different locations. Okay. I will get to that when I get to that. I guess I should probably work on that stuff with the eyes too, though. Okay, we're going to finish what's in the main eyeball here, though, because we have things in the eyeballs for various toggles. And I like trying to work those at the same time as I work the eyes for various reasons. Rui! Welcome in! How are you? Feels like it's been a minute. Beating me up with all the bread. It's more what service to use. Yeah, when it comes to setting up things like that. Especially because, like, just getting it to shout myself out in my Discord, I'm using Dinobot, but like I know Dinobot's kind of broken. I don't know why it's still working for me, because like it stopped working for Prof before. They're just like, I don't know why it works for me, but it does. Alright, so these are the jellies. Okay. So I think this and this I'm going to name surface highlights, because these are the ones that I'm going to move as if they're the ones that don't rotate, right? As we move from one side to the other, this is the one that's not going to flip. But also, as the eyeball moves, this is the surface of the eye, so it should curve concavely? No, convex? That should be convex, and the iris should be concave. Yes, I name things, Rui. I name so many things. I did not name every layer in this thing. No, but I'm naming my my deformers. So when did I hit the one button? Don't do that. I know that feeling. You'll be like, oh, I'll do that thing in a minute. Next thing you know, that minute has long passed. And it's just like, whoopsies. Okay, so this one. Do I want to consider that one part of the iris? Because like that one's part of the pupil. These ones are on the surface. But this one I feel like could be part of the iris. Yeah, so we're going to put this one in with the iris org. And then I'm going to make what I'm going to call the jelly org. Let's see, which layer is that? It's that backgroundish one. Yeah, I'm going to But yeah, it's just also on top so that it goes with that. So that one's also going to go in Iris org. And then you are kind of in with the jellies. So you're going to be part of Jelly. Okay. You call it iJelly, I'm going to call it iJelly. Create. That is organized. Now, the reason for me doing this now is so that I can go and grab the evil bits of Eyeball and stick them in there as well. Do you just see how many things I have here? I swear, I think she launched a notification by mistake last stream 3 hours ago. Ah, yep. Alright, so Iris Evil. Okay, so should be that anything that I didn't put an E at the end. Yeah, so that's the same as the previous one. So that one, it's add. I believe it should be an add in the other one as well. Okay, you're an add layer. Yeah, both of those are the same. Yeah, anything that's unique, I should have put an E at the end of. So, hold on, this, are you the same? You're looking kind of purpley. Is the other one purpley? That one I put in surface highlights tonight. Gwen, are you chewing something somehow? That you should not be? You should not have anything in there. I guess Gwen was just like licking herself or something, but it sounded like chomping. And Gwen was kind of sick yesterday. And I'm still trying to keep an eye on her to make sure that she's not going to have a problem. Those are the same. Looks like. Yeah, those are exactly the same. Okay, so I don't need the second one of those. So yeah, all of those are duplicated so that we can get rid of. And that one too. It's the jellies are different colors. We're going to select that for movement. And then we're going to go to our iJelly. We're going to move them there. And this is going to be how do I want to put this evil jelly up? Great. And then again, with those needing to move, they need to go in this area. They need to be the same place that the other jellies are to make sure the little glowy thing goes with them. Yes, they have temporarily gone invisible. This is fine. Okay, and then these jellies. Norm jelly up. Great. Back into that. Gonna be this one and that one are essentially the same. And this one and that one are the same. This one insane. Use me 6-inch stream cord. All depends on what you want to pay more for. Yeah, we just generally don't like to pay for things, so we just like to not do that at all. Just like, I don't need to do it. If I can't figure out a way to set up and host it myself, to not have to do it that way. Well, I'm just realizing something though. I'm probably gonna have to change how this is in the long run. Because either I'm going to have to do the physics directly in the art mesh, which means I'm going to have to do it for both of those, or I'm going to have to put the middle jellies in a thing together. Because, like, the eyeball is something I'm going to rig soon, so I have to make sure I'm organizing it properly, like, right away. Ah! I could do the opacity just directly on the layers. I don't want to, though. But I think in this case, I'm going to have to. I think it's going to work out better that way. Especially because I don't think I'm going to do any motion outside of that anyways. It's like, even putting it on the thing, I'm still going to do, like, this is going to have to be eye jelly. One physic is what would get created here. And then the 2s would have to go together and the 3s would have to go together. Okay. So you guys, opacity, eye color. So you need to be 0 on this side. And on this side, you guys need to be 0. Okay. And then these 2, I'm gonna need to be like there, off there. And then I need, okay, I did already get the highlights dealt with there. Let me go back up here. Let me just grab highlight glitter. Yeah, so both of those need to go into the iris org. Okay. Both of those need to go here. This side become invisible. Hello, you guys are supposed to be visible on this side. Did I turn the folder off by accident? Shit. Because of other clipping? Did I clip things to something in a weird fashion? No, it's just because those other layers are still above. Hold on. If I just turn off evil. Oh, is it? Oh, you should be on here. I'll figure it out eventually as we keep going through. Alright, but you need this. And then the glitter there needs that. And then those are still located in the wrong place. So let's select for movement, go to here. Move here. Okay. There we go. That does help a bit. So now that's in the right location. Is the iris back the same on both? Yes, yes it is. Okay. Delete that. All of the pupil stuff here. For movement. Here. There's people here. These layers on the pupil be visible on the evil side. Off on that side. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ding. Off on that side. I feel like the red iris is moving up slightly. I don't think it's supposed to. There is. Yeah, this way it's not moving, but it's just like the visual effect. It looks like it's generally in the same area. I think it's because of how it blends / doesn't blend into the outer edge. It just is giving that effect. Unsure. I think it's either way like a minute enough of a movement. That's 1 click down. Okay. Heck it. So leave it like that then. We'll go into this though. No, that shouldn't need to move, right? Because oh, it did move because I moved the eyeball down. Well, now it looks like it's shifting over in a different direction. That was putting it back up. I'll just leave it alone. Just leave it be. Doing too much. Not necessary. Those things are going above because they don't change in between. Or if they do, I haven't seen it yet. You actually do, I think, change. You for blue light. Where's the blue light in the first one? It would be in my upper lid organizer. That's right. Blue eye accent. Okay, so that's not changing. Those two are changing though. So this can be deleted. These are going to get selected for movement and they're going here, but they're going underneath that guy. Okay? Okay. All of you need to have your own highlights. You're going here. You turn off. You go here and turn off on that side. Okay, something feels funky there. Feels like that pupil feels like it's shifting. I'll take a look in a minute. Okay, because we were in here. Where did it just go? Hello? Where did the other lids go? Did I unmove them or something? What? Okay, I guess I took them back out there, or I didn't put them in there in the first place? Question mark? Unsure. Okay, because like those two things should be in the same location. Okay, looks like for the most part they are. Oh, whatever. Stop being solo mode. Blue! Welcome in. It goes. I'm trying to organize things as is tradition. And that's going, you know, a time. Yeah, so that is in the exact same spot. So I'm not crazy. It looks like it's shifting around when I don't think it is. And I think it's just like a visual effect of how the colors are next to each other. Because yeah, that definitely is moving upwards. And I don't have a reasoning for that. You just need to revert to original or something? No? Question mark? Whatever. Whatever. Okay, is the bubbles? Okay, the bubbles are a problem. Where are the bubbles? Bubbles. Eyeball jelly, where'd you go? Well, jelly is here. Okay, you guys. Right. I said that you needed things, and I didn't do it. There's your things, and then you guys. You were set up properly. Okay. I forgot the evil's jelly. Yes, we are in the iris. We are figuring it out. We've made all sorts of things. So we have the iris backing. We have the pupil. We have the lights right below the lid. So that they can move kind of like with the lid is probably going to be what we're going to do with that. So they might actually move into a different area. Because yes, they are attached to the eye, but like right now they're under the iris. Those ones might get moved out to move in with the eye skins on that one, just to make life easier. The jellies at the bottom of the eyeball. Surface highlights, so that is this purpley guy and 3 other little guys, because those are the ones that are going to go concaving on the outside of the eyeball. They move in the opposite direction. Because like they're the front of the sphere, and the iris is like the back of the sphere, you know? You know? And then all sorts of stuff with other things, and then I shouldn't need that. So I'm going to delete that for now. If I need it back, I can get it back. So that means the iris portion and the evil eyeball swapping should be dealt with. 2 of those? No, there is. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I got rid of the extra. Okay. So the iris has been taken care of. Next, the sclera. My bubbles! They're jelly. Jelly. Eyeball jelly. Because that sounds like a thing that everyone wants. Whoop. Select this. Mirror edit. Center of my selected vertices. Ding. Alright, so do media center there. Ding. 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 Smoosh that in just a little bit. Not too much, because we don't know exactly where the edge of this is. Don't want to cut off. Well, arguably, we just need the top of it. Let's... Really, I feel like it's just the corners here that need to come in a little bit. Like, maybe a smallish movement out of these guys. Feels very much so like it's kind of going out all the way. Like you're still getting like weird stuff there. Whatever. Wow. Oh, look at that. Look at that bright light. I didn't even realize how bright it was causing right there to be. Okay. Next. Alright. Yeah, so that is on the eyeball. We'll be going away as the eyeball closes. How do I want to deal with that? I think that should move into a different area. That's going to have to be connected to eye skins, even though it's part of that. Yeah, I'm aware. Yes, discard the changes, because like that should move, I feel like, as the eyeball closes. Because that doesn't move with it. That's going to feel extra weird. Okay, no more mirror mode. Give me this. We were already talking about onions earlier. Going on about ogres. Alright, so that does not need to be that dense. That button, yes, because I don't need it to be that long. So then, let's see, control. This one can get a little wider here, and nice point for narrowing that down. Here, we can narrow that down more. That's probably good. And then, so that, this, would be kind of weird. Do I want to use the inverse mask for that, or am I just going to crunch things? I think I'm just going to crunch things. I think that's going to be the goal here. What? Oh, all of that is just in eye skins. All of it is just in eye skins. Fantastic. It will ultimately work. Like, so those parts, actually not even that part, just these parts should be org, I think. Well, even then, yeah, I want to keep that together, I think. It's... Oh my goodness, what is happening here? My skin's iris. Oh. Right, there are some things in there for the... Yep. Okay. Because when it comes to this stuff, this one, I'm going to want more like with the upper brow because that is the shadow. So as the eyelash moves, I'm going to want that to move too. I think both of those I'm going to want to triangle. Just won't try to pour orange juice in your eye sockets at a certain person's would. Oh Jesus, that sounds painful. Why are we saying anything about orange juice in eyeballs? Who was this one was first? Okay. All right. Do 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 do. Do I want to be this? Or division? Ooh, causes weirdness. Yeah, those other bits being connected the way they are makes that do weird. Those rows definitely go. Okay, this row can also go, or actually, we keep that row. Drag you up this way. Like this. There we go. Ding. Control-C. Yeah, I wanted that to be more dense than it was. This is gonna have things. This one I'm not as concerned to being super dense. It doesn't have like the lash sticks. It's this one. Let's go ahead and put it on the researcher thing and sew it. Take this. I'm trying to wiggle those a little bit. Yeah, it's still doable. Like, they don't need to be super detailed in their motions. And I can always redo it later if I change my mind. Okay. Now these. I want you super bendy. Probably. Ads are going to start in like 40 seconds. Can't escape the orange juice comments, not you too. Just saying, given context, I shouldn't mention it again. Olga, since I don't have eyes, I could store a liquid to drink in them, like a portable flask. As I said, orange juice would be the best store. Yeah! I don't know why orange juice. That just sounds painful. Like, I imagine even that, like, having eyes there, like, there should be something inside that would have some kind of sensitivity, perhaps. I guess that really becomes the main question there, huh? Is there any form of feeling to be had inside the eye socket? If the answer is no, then yeah, sure, why not? You have vodka eyes now. If there's feeling, then, you know, vodka eyes would probably be a bad idea, you know? To fight off scurvy. Yes. For all your, you do go on a lot of, you know, watery adventures, having, orange juice to fight off the scurvy. And all of your watery adventures would probably be a good idea. You know? Well, you should decide that pain is not a factor in your chosen form, and therefore vodka eyes, orange juice eyes, to fight off the scurvy. Totally valid. Makes complete logical sense. Ah! That is not what you were supposed to do, thank you. You were supposed to let me select these. I'm going to merge them together. And then they shall be friends. Here, we also need to merge a couple things together. You are going to get merged. Get merged, nerd. You should probably just go, like, out that way. We have more like an actual corner. Like, something here should not be making a line. That is making a line, I feel. You're being connected. Or I add an extra point here. And then you can be weird. Yes. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Woo! Sclera. Sclera can now be squished. Alright. And then I'll do, I guess, the eye skins in here, and then I'll work on organizing those together, because with the number of layers, I'm probably going to want to do like a deformer for this upper brow situation, because there's a lot going on over there. Ad break is almost over. We're going to take a Rusty's break anyways. Rusty's! Our robot guy would like to sell us some things. Let's see, green tomato. I guess the less time's probably better for the green tomato. We're probably also almost done with the green tomatoes, because look, we can do oats and yellow peppers now. Still need more purple onion. Probably should have made that empty field a purple onion field earlier. It's fine. Buy the beetroot. I'm not buying the chili. I don't really want that for broccoli, especially because broccoli is also gone at this point, so. Alright, so we got oats and that other thing. Do I need any more red peppers? No. I think we're done with the red peppers, so I thought I got rid of the red peppers already. I'm seeing still the field here. So you're gonna be that. You're gonna be that. And where's my shovel? That was just the pepper, so that can go away. Then are you guys your red chilies? You can get out of there as well. Okay, don't need more red chilies. We've gotten more than enough of those. Red onion over here. That'll probably be done soon. No, it will not. What? Wait, why don't I red cabbage? Yeah, I definitely don't need those cabbages anymore. So we're gonna get rid of these cabbages, and I'm gonna make those red onions. We still need a lot of red onions, and I feel like they're holding us back. What? Because yeah, I need them for both of those, and then I need the oats for this as well, which we just started some oats, question mark? No, we did not start the oats. I started that and that. Well, I should have needed that though, because I already had one of those. You are correct, brain. You have messed up. You need to be oats. I clicked the wrong button earlier. These things have been unlocked out of order. Try again. This is an oat field. Oats. Hehe, I have sown the oats. Anyways, moving right along. Those are growing over there. Those are growing. Okay. So I think only things that we need are growing. Well, actually, I don't think I need that guy anymore, right? I think that's a parsnip. We're done with parsnip. Dink. Those are relatively new. That is another little parsnip. Get out of here. Those are free to be whatever they want. Okay. This little field. And those can be whatever they want. And this one, once I unlock something else, this big field will become something. Alright. Shrinky the farm. Oh, I guess. Actually, real quick before we shrinky the farm. Let's go poke the bee things. And not enough yet for the next thing there. Soon though. Soon on the bees. Okay. We just over. You guys can see everything. And then I'm mildly curious. I have a decent amount of fossils. Maybe next time we poke at this down here we can thingamajigger. Make more animals. There we go. That's the words I'm going for. Okay. So, eyeball things some more. So this one, another one that I'm not really sure the best way to deal with this. I feel like I should make it a texture. Like triangular thing. But at the same time, I don't know. Where is smaller square? This? Yes, Control C. Bing. You. Bing. Bing. Take this guy. Just up. I want you to be denser though. Sure you can, well. denser than that. I think that looks good for that direction, but let's go like this. Let's go like that for the moment. Solo it. Obviously, I can cut off the rest of that box, but I want to double check first. I'm happy with the potential motion on this. Like, I'm gonna need it to be able to curve in this kind of fashion on base turns. Yeah, I guess that looks alright. We'll do like that. Make it even more dense. Delete. Now, we get a smoother kind of like curve out of it. About a second ago. Yeah. I think that'll work. Okay. Cool. Alright, and then you... There's like a little guy right below it. See? Two of you look like you're connected to me. Please. I feel like you should just kind of be similar. Be slightly less bendy. Because you're going to be part of the brow, and that's going to be more a straight line situation. There we go. A little funky shaped. It'll be fine, I think. Yeah, you're going to be more just like an up-down kind of bendy thing. If anything, I might grab whatever I use as mesh for that in the end. Again, if it does something weird later on, we'll be able to fix it then. Next, align. Bing. Swoop. You can be a little here. This. This. Here. 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 And ish. Here. What you humming? Forgot about your fries. No. I should probably go eat something. Like, I don't want to effort food, but I should probably eat. The fun catch-22 of life and having to consume and not wanting to consume. Fine, enter low power mode, my phone, but are you still charging like you're supposed to be? It does still say it's charging. Yeah, the iPhone for tracking earlier decided that, hey, I'm not doing my job with charging like I always do, and I'm just going to fall apart. And I was like, but why? So it's been being a jerk. Just leave that for a second. Delete that use you. I like this. And connect. Should do like this. Connect. You. Like more connect like that, I feel like. Yeah. Be kind of a thing. It looks like a mess. But it's my mess. These two. I also don't want them connecting the way they are, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, maybe in a little bit I will go ahead and stream. That way I can maybe eat before I go and get to my gremlins. So I'm gonna have to like actually make a food, I think. Alright. That should do it for this little guy. Ding. How many more layers of eyeball do I have? Maybe I can finish these layers first? More, not density, width, a moment. Oh. So, this, the bend seems to be there. This can get more narrow down here. I think it still covers all of it. You be a tad narrow. Looks good. And you are another stick. At least they're being sticks, because those are relatively easy, you know, we just do our little stroke. And line it up. Start with you to get a circle. That's where you should stay kind of fat. You can narrow down here. Here. Yeah, looks like we're generally speaking good. We can come in a little bit over here. Make sure that the line feels like it's in the center throughout. Ding. Next. Why? Why are you like this? Here for when the eye closes. I see. Another folded thing, another thingy, more thingies. This. You're gonna want to separate. I think most of those connect all the way across, so like everything that's along the bottom is gonna have to become one deformer. Everything that's up there is gonna be another deformer. Those might still get smushed around on art mesh directly. They at least don't swap between the eyes, it's only the iris that swaps. No. 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 Ugh! Stretch! Ugh. So many layers. Did I do the eyebrow yet? No, I did not. Why are there 4 layers in the eyebrow? Because the eyebrow has a shadow. Another shadow. And then that shadow too. So much. Alright. I am in this part, which I'm going to want to do is a triangular texture thing again. Let's just grab that one for it. Yeah, it's this one. We need it to be that dense. Do that. Be like that. Delete that. Ding. You. Very similar to that other thing. The line. Maybe the eye-fold line. Shadow of it. That one? Yeah. So I want that, essentially. No, not you. You. It's the other one that I'm looking for. I think technically this one I want it to be longer. Discard that for a moment. Okay, yeah. It's definitely closer to that one. This is that up there. Okay. Ding. Ding. So the top of that looks fine. We just need to go a little longer down here. Okay, you're gonna do that to me. It's annoying, but fine. Sort it out. Ding, ding. Oh. Okay. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, computer, I don't know why you're occasionally making your fans go whir, but I will tell you, it is scary when you do that. Are you gonna blow up for some reason? I'd appreciate it if we didn't. Just a very strong suggestion, no blowing up. Right. Needs to be slightly longer. There. Here, this is a lot of weird happening. I think I want to do like this. No idea. I could kind of see like the shadows way down this. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but like you see this weird, like, looks kind of like a weird wavy-ish line. That means there is some amount of color going out there. I just can't see it that well. Opacity on things. Make it fun to try to figure it out where your pieces are. No, do not cancel my edit. I am not done sorting this out. If I think big darkish color there is the end of it. Should work out for me. I can kind of see how that darkish color goes.
Pien. That's the sound bunnies make apparently.
Interesting. I feel like the text-to-speech didn't say it very well because it's like pion is what it said, but like pion. Woo! Give sub to I. I is free of ad breaks. Thank you so much, Celestial. I'm getting tired. Ugh. I hate it. I have not been sleeping well. As is tradition with me, honestly. So we're gonna do another like supportive line here for the shading. That way, like if I'm trying to maneuver the shading around in some capacity, I'll be able to more easily. Here. Should help it. Alright, I think that'll do it for that one. That's all about it. I don't think I'm seeing anything that looks choppy, so. Ah, yes, I must run away. That's how things go. Let us save, which I don't actually remember the last time I saved. Shoo. Glad we didn't break down at some point. Wolfie! Giving Bun Bun the head pat. Welcome in, Wolfie. Unfortunately, though, we are gonna work on leaving now. Ooh, that did weird for a second, but yes, it is time to run away for the day. One last robot check. We can buy those, and we can buy that. Did I say robot check? I meant farm check, but it's robot at the farm. That's what I was referring to, but I digress. I understand that. When you have all the louds. Yes. So as far as I knew, it looks like YouTube and Twitch did not break down. Looks like things were okay on that front. We did not explode. Something weird's going on there. I don't know why that's not showing. Whatever. Don't care. Is back in time on that particular screen for me, but is whatever. Brain. But yes, so managed to get both things functional, and they were actually working today. So hopefully tomorrow we can continue that. Hopefully tomorrow I can also start stream earlier if Gambit does not cause me any issues, but we shall see. Let's see if I have someone to raid today on the purple site side of things. Yeah, tomorrow probably gonna be just a lot more art meshing. We should definitely get out of the eyes tomorrow. If we go into the nose, shouldn't be too difficult. The mouth would probably take a bit of time. Like it's both should be easy and not easy at the same time. What's this? That's who we can raid, guys. That's who we can raid. We can raid I. I was just here. But I is live. Early in the day. This is not something that ever happens. So we can raid I. This is not something I ever get to, like, do. Alright, so. Raid getting started. There we go. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Like I said, I started late because Gambit was a problem, and hopefully he won't be a problem tomorrow, but I have no way of knowing that until tomorrow comes. So hopefully we can start earlier tomorrow and I can get a lot more work done. Because unfortunately I didn't get much done today because it was rather short. And tomorrow will be my birthday, and... Right, Celestial gave me homework to get a Ko-Fi set up, so that's scary. That's concerning. But yeah, so tomorrow, hopefully we will be back, because hopefully, you know, I will be working on stuff and birthday, and maybe I'll get my character a little hat or something. We'll see, and hopefully tomorrow we can get a lot more art meshing done. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Go and treat I well, because we're going to be raiding the I. Even Disaster has been a good internet friend of ours for a while. Yeah, my brain just broke in the middle of that. I was going to say something and then it just whoosh. But yes, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. So I shall see you next time. Bye.